Hello, Dr. L here. This is a video for the Chaos Clinic of April 6th, 2018. I'm going to start out with a review of last week's S&P E-mini. This is a chart. I call this my spliced 8-hour chart. It starts actually 1 hour before the normal session open, and that's to catch the economic events. And then this is the regular close, 2:15 Eastern. All times on this chart are Eastern. Now along the top here I have the moontide times and the trade times. And then I have several exponential moving averages. I'm going to start here with the longest one. That's 440 minutes exponential moving average. 220, 110, and the 20. And the rules on daytradingforecast.com for trading the moon tides suggests that you simply watch near the time, watch the exponential moving averages, particularly the 110 and the 20, for continuation or crossing signals. Now, on the 26th, there were 4 pippers here that were the tide times. Those are times near which you can expect a turn or continuation signal. This one over here is not picked before because it is before the normal session. So we wait for our trades until we're in the regular session. That's where most of the volume is. Now on this day right here, the basic signal is a cross of the 20 and the 110. Here's the first trade time. The cross came shortly after that, and there was a dip here down into this trade time. Now, on that trade, there's not a signal, but it would be a time to get out of that trade. On that day, I personally didn't take that. I had things to do. I was looking for this afternoon trade. And lo and behold, we got up here, and you see the convergence of the rainbow here. And there's a nice little trade here. We've had incredible volatility, which means that this is from 9 points up, 18 points up, 27 points up, just about a 30-point move. And with one contract of the E-mini, a 30-point move is $1,500. Now on Tuesday, I didn't like the way it flattened out from the day before. I actually waited until late in the afternoon because I thought we might roll over and die. On this trade time right here, it's very clear that we were doing that. And here is the signal. I actually sold that. And wow, was I proud of myself. I got a very good move there. I did 3 contracts, roughly $10,000. And problem was it went to my head. The next day, here you see the exponential moving averages kind of clustered. And there were only 2 trade times picked here, this one right here and this one right here. This one looked like it might go up a little early. We got to jump there. It was stopped out. This one here was stopped out. Well, actually, there was no signal there until later, but it was quickly stopped out unless you covered real quickly. This is one of those days I want to talk to you about. This is a day clearly early on that market was going nowhere. And there's a real tendency to sit there and stare at it and watch the very little moves. Why do people sit in front of their computer and stare at the price chart? many times, and I'll admit to doing this, you do it because you're bored. And many days what you'll wind up doing is jumping in and out of little trades that are losers, but you get too many of them, and you can lose a great deal of money in one of these congestions. So going into last Thursday, no trade on Friday because it was Good Friday of the Easter weekend. Early trade specified here, came up here, there's a good little run up here, pretty sharp pullback, and then it went flat for about 2.5 hours. Run up near the end, I got a little bit of that, and then I have to admit that I did sell this for a simple reason that this high on Thursday was much lower. In a 3-day weekend, a market going up will tend to lose its lift. So that was the week before the week I really want to talk about. Okay, so here's the Friday. This is a 2-day chart, and this was this Monday. As I told you, I had sold over in here. I was watching to see what happened here. We came down and we opened below the rainbow of exponential moving averages. So we're sitting here kind of flat and looking for a turn here. But when I saw the averages all rolling over right in here, I knew I couldn't wait. So I did manage to sell that, and I covered right in here, and I'll show you why. Simple 7 move count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move in a chaos clamshell is typically a big one. There's 5, 6, 7. So when we came up in here, I covered. It doesn't matter what it does the rest of the day. If you get a lot of money, you take it. So that was a very good day. Now, on Tuesday morning, I was on Larry Pesaveno's radio show, and that starts here at 9 o'clock Eastern. So right in this time window, right in here, I was on talking on the radio. And after I got through with that task, I took a look at it, and I decided there's not much here going on. Look, the averages are flat here. Now, I will admit, late in the day, there was a tradable move right here going above this. But here's a situation where you're trading both sides of the exponential moving averages. That's usually a condition that is a congestion. Late in the day, I was listening to some of my certified chaos traders, and 2 of them said they were selling right in here. So I thought I'd join them. Got a little bit ahead here. Right there I saw wasn't going to move, and I covered. My stop was hit. So I was out of my position. I was reversed because of how fast this thing moved. So, but when I looked at it, I'd been stopped out above the averages. So I thought I would hold it a little bit, see where it happened. As soon as it made this little pullback here, I got out of it. Why? Because it's near the end of the day. This was a somewhat crappy day. I had no desire to try to hold that thing overnight. Next morning here, market was way down overnight. Now, this is day I couldn't trade this first trade because I had to take the dogs to the groomers. Real live traders have real live duties. And here you can see this drop, but you see as soon as this moving average started curling up, we're coming back up to the middle. Along in here, I was able to come back and watch this, and I did not try to trade that. I wanted to see what happened. We came up here right to the second trade time. For those who were around, this was a good little trade. but the rule would be to cover up here. So there's the crossings of the exponential moving averages in succession. Once you got up in here, you could tell that it was going up. Now this trade time, I realized that if the market did not turn straight down, if it held above these exponential moving averages, this might only be a dip and one could buy in here. So actually I did buy right in here when I saw that we came off of the 220. And the 440 is up. I put a very close stop in. Lo and behold, it caught. And normally I would cover on the close, but I put a close stop in and I held it. And then this morning, there are the hours missing. We've opened up here. This is the 8:15 Eastern time, and we were flat. And I could see that these exponential moving averages, see them rolling over? So I covered my overnight hold there. And then for trade times today, not sure why they aren't on here. There's one right in here. I did take that one. We got up here, not a lot of juice here. Right there. So I covered quickly, and I didn't trade the rest of the day because, as you can see here, this is pretty much a flat market. And now it's not showing on this chart because this chart ended 16:15. Right after that, there was a fairly sharp drop in the after hours market. Now looking at Friday, that sharp drop occurred in here. We're probably going to start out somewhere down around 26.49, 26.40 tomorrow morning. But tomorrow is the employment report before the normal session. That often has some wild reactions here. We're probably going to be open below this, but there's no trade time until after 10 o'clock hours. So I'll be watching that in the Chaos Clinic. Whoops, let me move that out of the way. I'm not done here. And I'll be watching the second time. Personally, I've had such a great week. I had 4 winning days, a couple with pretty large numbers. So if I don't trade null tomorrow, I'll be quite happy. But that's a quick look at this past week in the S&P, looking at the moon tides and using a rainbow of exponential moving averages to help with the trades. And it's just some tools you can find on daytradingforecast.com to help you cash in on chaos. Thank you very much and have a good day.